What is up? We're here. Another stream. Most likely another YouTube video that I just I just download and then upload. But today, you know what we're doing. Another tier list. And you can only imagine what it is, baby. Let's go. It is Disney. Disney World tier list. Let me get rid of all these ads and whatnot. Disney World Rides tier list maker. So we have all these from all the parks. We're going to do them. I don't know how updated they are because I just want to make sure, like, Rise of the Resistance. So Galaxy's Edge is here. So this must be fair. Is Splash Mountain here? That would be like now, like that would be like right now. They would have had to make it like super. Okay, well oh, there's Splash Mountain. So yeah. Okay. Well, still like this is still pretty recent. So what we're going to do is, how we be. We just go through them and we rank them. So, starting with the very first one, just starting off like that. These are all my objective, subjective, my favorite, and what I think is actually the best. A lot of nostalgia is going to go into it, but a lot of my that nostalgia is obviously subjective, and my personal feelings and thoughts about a certain ride or attraction is part of like me ranking it. But I'm also going to be cautious about, this is like some of these are objectively great rides and some of these are not. So I'm just gonna go for that. First of all, we have Jungle Cruise. I love Jungle Cruise. However, I do think it's skippable because there's a little Disney joke. But I do think it's skippable. I think you can go to the Magic Kingdom, and it's very easy to walk right past Jungle Cruise. The line is always way too long, but I think it's worth it. I'm gonna put it in A, but I'm going to be cautious about that because it could slide down to B. Hall of Presidents. This isn't that bad. Usually, I would probably put this at F, honestly, but decisions have to be made. Winnie the Pooh, that's probably better than all the presidents, but I still don't like it. The little dream sequence is kind of cool, but other than that, this is Swirling Saucers. I've never ridden Swirling Saucers, so is this the treehouse? So in the treehouse, I think it is. I like this. I think it's actually fun. I think it's cool. So but it's not an actual ride, but I think it's way better than Winnie the Pooh and Hall of Presidents. Astro Orbiter, I've never ridden Astro Orbiter. I think those are the only two that I've never done. I think so. And I haven't done Gorilla Falls. So everything else I have ridden. Oh wait, they have Stitch's Great Escape on this. This is crazy. Okay, so this is fairly, yeah. Okay, so Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, A tier, 100% A tier. Soarin', Soarin'. I like Soarin', but I'm not the biggest fan. I personally think it's skippable at Epcot, but there's not that many rides at Epcot. But I think Soarin' fits so well into like the land pavilion and that it's in Epcot, about the world and whatnot. I'm gonna put it at B. I think Soarin' is a little bit too overhyped because I think it's not really interactive. I think the one at California is a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. Yeah. Oh, Carousel of Progress, S tier, easy. For this scene alone, S tier, 100%, 100%. Country Bear Jamboree, I've never done it. Dinosaur, I love Dinosaur. Honestly, it's in B tier. People hate Dinosaur, but I love it. I think it's a great little indoor thing. It's the same track as Indiana Jones, so if you like Indiana Jones, then you're gonna have to like dinosaur. I've only ridden Indiana Jones over in California once, so this is the same thing as dinosaurs. It's in Dino Land. It makes a little bit more sense to me. What is this? I think this is Maelstrom, right? Well, Frozen Ever After is in here too, but I think this is Maelstrom. If this is Maelstrom, I'm gonna put it in A. So good, fits it. Well, it did fit the Norway Pavilion. It was cool. It was interactive. You can like read stuff and you can actually learn. Very cool. Awesome. Everest, S tier. 100% S tier. Best ride at, well, second to best ride. Very, very close. But arguably the best ride at Animal Kingdom. Frozen Ever After, F. I hate Frozen Ever After. I think it's boring, and it replaced Maelstrom, and that's just the worst thing. Discovery Island Trail. I've never done that. The Three Amigos or Three Caballeros or Caballeros. Right. I think this is the. Honestly, I like it. I know I don't want to be like the Disney freak where like, we have to ride the best rides ever, and if we don't, then whatever. This one's fine. The last time I wrote it, I did understand why people don't like it. Like it's kind of goofy as being practical, and like the screen effects where they like show you like a scene that's going on, but also in the same scene it might have some animatronics. It's in D tier. It's okay for Mexico. I think a Mexico boat ride can be a little bit better, but I do like it how it takes you through Mexico. This might have to be a C. Yeah, I just moved it up just now. Haunted Mansion, S tier. Great ride, great atmosphere, Liberty Square. Great queue, by the way. It's outside, and then they take you one by one into like the chambers. So cool. Kilimanjaro Safari, S tier. Easily S tier. 100% S tier. Because it's Animal Kingdom, and you go on a safari. And it's cool. You see animals in their natural habitat, not just boxed up in cages. It's cool. Now, what is this one? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Is this a... It's a small... I'm going to come back to this because I have no idea what that is. Living with the Land. S tier. Easy. Almost, some would argue, greatest ride in all of Walt Disney World. Living with the Land is great. Big Thunder Mountain is the definition of mid. It's too short, and I don't think it's that thrilling. Well, honestly, it's a long ride, but since it's not thrilling at all, that it almost just feels like a 25 mile per hour car ride, then like you kind of need it to be like a little bit faster, a little bit longer, I guess. But no, tough to be a bug. This kind of sucks. Hall of Presidents is better. Yeah, let's put it in there. I don't know what this is. The Jungle Trek. Oh wait, this one is the Tiger. I've been in this, and this sucked. This was terrible. Me and my friend did this, and we just walked through and we didn't see a single tiger. Yeah, that one's garbage. Under the Sea, this one's garbage too. Terrible. All of the animatronics, they just spin. That's all that they do. They just play the music from the movie and then they just spin. All right, now what is this one? It is Space Mountain. Is that Tron? No, that's Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is very cool. I like how it's long, and I also like this idea where like like all these rides, like there's a certain objective. You got to get away from something, or you got to get to something in a certain amount of time. With dark rides, they just take you through. But with actual rides, I don't experience what's going on. And I like the idea with Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is probably B. The definition of a B tier. B tier, yeah. And I think at the end I'm going to mix all these around and make sure that they're all correct. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I like this, and I like the projection. It's not projection mapping, but it is like projections and screens all around. Like you go into a room, like the idea where you go into the room and it's like, I can't remember the scene, but you go to your one little nook and then you come back out and it's like all changed. And I think the technology for that is so cool. I'm gonna have to go with B here. B for Mickey and Minnie's. It's good and it replaced a great movie ride. But if Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway didn't replace the Great Movie Ride and went where Star's Lunch Bay is, or anywhere in Animation Courtyard, then it would be A tier or maybe S tier. But the fact that they made that like the crowning jewel of the park and they took away the Great Movie Ride, yeah. Mission Space, I don't hate it as much as other people. However, it is very skippable. I like the idea um, of the green and orange. If you want more intense or less intense, or less intense and more intense, respectively. I love doing the orange. I always grew up doing the green. Even like a couple of years ago, like I would always do the green because that's what I grew up doing. Just want to make sure that I'm still going. Let's go. No, no one's watching. Um, Mission Space. Let's put it in D. It's yeah, D. It's a D tier. However, it could go up to C, but whatever. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. People don't like this. I like it, and I understand it's not people's favorite, but it's not as good as Soarin'. It's not as good as Dinosaur. It's not as good as Flight's Passage. Space Mountain, 100% S tier. 100%. I did a little poll for went through all of the Disney parks park by park, and then I put the best rides from each park against each other, and Space Mountain won. Space did it win? It was either that or Tower of Terror. But I love Space Mountain. Muppet Vision. This is goofy. It's D. I like how they use one of the characters that comes out, like one of the Muppets, like comes out. So there's like an actual cast member in that costume, and like it's like whoa, like not only is this actually like 3D, but it's like 4D because like, somebody's like actually like here. I thought that was cool. Wait, what is that? Is that Canada Far and Wide? Oh, so they have even the shows on this. Uh, Canada Far and Wide is not as good as China Vision 360. However, I think they're both cool. However, you just stand there. And after a long day of walking, you kind of just don't want to stand there. You kind of want to sit there. It would be really cool if they could like sync it up with a bunch of chairs and then like turn you or whatever. But that kind of like takes away the point of like you walk looking all around. Canada Far and Wide, I'm gonna put it in D. I think it's good. I think it's cool. It's a nice little thing to do, but it's not as good as China. Yeah. The People Mover, S tier, easily S tier. I love Tomorrowland, and it's great. It gives a lot of kinetic energy to Tomorrowland, especially the Magic Kingdom. For some reason, Disneyland still hasn't brought theirs up. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. Peter Pan's Flight, great ride, a little bit short, too long of line, but great ride, great atmosphere. I love how my favorite scene in almost all of these rides, one of my favorite scenes, is you go from I haven't ridden it in so long. Just gonna move that one up. I love the Caribbean. I love the IP inclusion with Captain Jack. I think this is a great ride. Boat ride, fun. I hate how they took away like the little projection on the steam, like at the very beginning of the ride where it's Davy Jones. I don't understand, but love this ride. Great animatronics too. Rise of Resistance S tier. S tier, S tier, S tier. And that's kind of a gimme. It's Rise of Resistance. Great ride. Fantastic, fantastic ride. It's so immersive. Even from even the queue is like you get ready for the ride, and then like at the point of, like when you actually get to like the ride, the trackless ride system, you're like, holy cow! Like I've actually like started this ride 20 minutes ago. So it's just cool like that. The whole room with all the stormtroopers, fantastic. Rock and Roller Coaster, honestly, I think it's a great ride. It's the best roller coaster I think at Disney World. Roughly, it's up against Everest, but it's the only one that has inversions. It's the only one that lets you go upside down. It's the fastest other than Test Track, and now that other than Tron. Let's let's put it in A tier. Yeah, let's have it in A tier. It's not my favorite. I think personally it's skippable because you ride it once and you ride it again and you ride it again. It's the same thing every time. Yeah, and that's the case for all of these rides. But a lot of these rides, it's Buzz Lightyear. You shoot like it's in a resistance. It's not. No, it's actually not. It's not the same ride every time. Haunted Mansion is the same ride every time, but it's you get immersed in it. I don't know. I don't know. Rock and Roller Coaster. Once you do the inversion once, you're like, whoa, that was the only one at Walt Disney World. And then you do the ride again. It's like, wait, that was the same exact thing. Whatever. That's just my thoughts. The Seas with Nemo and Friends, F tier. I love the aquarium, but the dolphins chamber or whatever doesn't have as much dolphins. You see like the whole. You can stand there and look at all the aquarium. That part is cool. That part makes it D. I hate the ride. I hate the slow moving ride. I hate that. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That's a good one. I like how it rocks, and I like the queue, like the actual, the cart that you get into. It actually rocks back and forth, so it's kind of like by gravity. That's pretty cool. Do we have some? Now I'm just realizing. Do we have like some extras down here? That's funny. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Let's put it in B. That one last little turn that kind of gets you going, but like it doesn't use like the rocking system like very well. Like if only like it had like a track where it kind of did this, I think that would be great. Okay, so It's a Small World. It's a Small World is actually not that bad. People make fun of it for being annoying, but I think it's cool. It's all the religions and ethnicities and nations of the world, all represented by little kids in toy form. I think it's cool. They all sing the same song, but it's kind of fun. It's like, is this Asia? I think we're in Asia, and then they sing "It's a Small World" song in an Asian language, like Japanese or Chinese. So I always thought that that kind of idea is cool. So I'm gonna put this in B. It's a classic. Is that Disneyland? That's his. No. What? No, that's Disneyland's version. That's funny. What is this? Oh, this is Spaceship Earth. Oh my gosh, S tier. Love Spaceship Earth. It's literally the epitome of Epcot, what it all stands for. It's technology and how we have grown from the Stone Age to now. It's how a progression of human technology, communication, and culture. Honestly, that's what it is. That's what that ride is, and I just love it so much. We got Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's actually pretty long. Splash Mountain's is a pretty long ride. I'm eating Oreos, by the way. It's actually a long ride. The drop is cool. However, it doesn't get you very wet. Only if you're like in the front row or the back row. It's now gone, unfortunately, but I really like the theming for this like area of the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to put it in top C. Not my favorite. If it's cold, you don't want to ride it. But if it's cold, no one wants to ride it. And it's like a 5-minute wait. You just hop on. The Brer Rabbit like scenes are cool. A lot of good practical effects. I'm kind of talking myself into B. But I think it's skippable, personally. Star Tours. I love Star Tours. I love it. I think Star Tours is the epitome of a B tier. I think all of these are B tier. Just straight up, this is a B tier ride. 100%. Stitch's Great Escape. This is long gone. I loved it when I was a kid, but I now understand all you do is sit there and just watch stuff happen. It's not very interactive, except when you get water shot on you. I think this is probably F or D. Let's put it in F. Because I love. It's at the bottom of D. We'll keep that at the bottom of D. The Mad Teacups, F. Why? Like no one likes these rides. No one likes alien swirling saucers. No one likes the Mad Tea Party. No one likes like cups going around in circles. That's what they almost had the Mary Poppins ride in England and Epcot. They almost had like almost cups, like the same thing. It's like no one likes this. No one likes that. Test Track is cool, man. Test Track is very cool. It's an A tier. Fastest ride other than Tron. It was the fastest ride for a long time. I like the corporate sponsorship in this Chevrolet. I like it because I think it's cool. It's sponsored by an actual car manufacturer company, and it's all Chevrolet all over it. But the showroom is cool because it shows you like you can actually buy these cars that you like kind of test out, sort of. You can actually buy like Chevrolet is not just like oh yeah you can just buy them. It's not just like cars are just futuristic cars are cool. It's like Chevrolet is like we have futuristic cars that you can actually buy here at Walt Disney World. I just think that's kind of cool. Oh, this one's General Motors, isn't it? You see the GM? That's funny. Well, now it's Chevrolet. This is Enchanted Tiki Room. I've never done the Enchanted Tiki Room. We always pass by it, so it's skippable. Mickey's Philhar Magic. I love Mickey's Philhar Magic. I love how they're actually adding to it because I know they added a Coco scene to it. I'm gonna put C. You sit down, nice little show out of the sun, and it's interactive, so it might be the top of C, something like that. Tomorrowland Speedway. People don't like this, and it could be so well updated if it's like actually electric cars. That would be cool. If it was more modern, if it had more color, if it wasn't as loud. It has so much potential, and I love the idea of just driving around Tomorrowland. But the idea of the People Mover, that's already a thing. You can just drive around Tomorrowland, and it's a lot of kinetic energy. I wish there was a little bit more props, so you're kind of driving through a city, not just like a highway. I'm talking myself out of it, but like I love Tomorrowland Speedway, but I understand it's in C tier. But people would put it in D and F. No, it's C tier. Tower of Terror. I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings with this. It's not S tier. It's too short. Way too long of a line. Queue is fantastic. Theming is fantastic. The whole tower itself and how you can see them drop because the doors open. So cool. The Imagineering like on display for this ride is like no positive word can describe how cool this ride is. So I'm gonna just say it's abysmal. It's like literally abysmally absurd how this ride is actually made, how it's created, and how it's run. Such a cool ride. I love it. But too long, and I'd much rather ride any of these other rides. I'd much rather ride Pirates of the Caribbean. Honestly, I'd much rather ride Buzz Lightyear. I think it's an A tier. It's high up on A tier, but we'll get to that. Now, this is the best shooting game. However, Buzz Lightyear is a little bit way more classic. Interesting. You use 3D glasses. The theming is impeccable. Actually, I think the theming is better than Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, it's B. Or A. And this is like kind of moved down a little. What is this? What? Okay, so Turtle Talk with Crush. This is cool. It's way better than the actual Seas with Nemo and Friends. But it's not that cool. So we'll just put it like right above it. And then these are duplicates. All right, I have to figure out what this is. What is this? I have no idea what that is. I can't scroll down or anything. I legitimately don't know what that is. It's not It's a Smart World. Is that water? What is that? That looks like an animal. I legitimately have no idea what that is. I don't know what that ride is. Is that like Dino Land or something? Is that? Well, it's worse than Splash Mountain, which is another water ride. However, it's longer than Splash Mountain, but it's not as good as Theming. It's cool that you can spin and you can kind of ride it with friends. But I think it sits right there. Okay, so let's go back over this. So, what is my favorite ride? Probably Space Mountain. Space Mountain almost easily. Well, Rise of Resistance is also my favorite. Yeah, let's do Rise of Resistance, Space Mountain. Let's do the Carousel of Progress, and then Living with the Land. I like the People Mover. I'm gonna put Spaceship Earth here. The People Mover. I would no, yeah, I would rather ride Everest than the People Mover. And then down here, yeah, I think this is like my favorite, and yeah, this works. I think for a lot of people, Haunted Mansion would be a little bit more up here, and Carousel Progress and Living with the Land, and maybe Spaceship Earth would be a little bit lower, and People Mover would be a little bit lower. But for me, there's no way. If we were strictly going off of objective rules, a lot of these would be mixed around. But I'm trying to go back and forth. Parts of the Caribbean. I'd rather ride Toy Story Mania than Parts of the Caribbean. Maelstrom. Oh my gosh, I want to ride Maelstrom again. But I think Buzz Lightyear is better than that. Tower of Terror, probably better than all of them. Test Track, great ride. Rock and Roller Coaster, I like Rock and Roller Coaster more than Peter Pan's Flight, I think. This seems just about right. I think a lot of these are interchangeable. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So, okay, so now we're in B tier. Soarin', Dinosaur. I think Flight of Passage is a little bit higher up here. It's a way better Soarin', I can tell you that for sure. But it's a little bit awkward too. Star Tours is above these. Yep. Yeah, let's do here and let's do here. Yeah, this is how I'd probably have it. Mickey's Hard Magic, Splash Mountain, Treehouse, Three Caballeros. Well, we'll have the Speedway all the way up. We'll have this here. Let's do Splash Mountain here. Honestly, I like Splash Mountain more than... Yeah, that seems about right. The treehouse down here. Oh, easily. Okay. So that's just about right. I think these two are kind of changed. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so D tier. What's the best of D tier? This is Cali River Rapids. I don't know what that image is. That looks like a dinosaur, but I don't know what that is. It's not Living with the Land. It seems like a boat ride because it's water. I legitimately have no idea. Yeah, wait. If this is Canada Far and Wide, where's China? Where's China Vision? This is not China Vision. What is going on here? So here, I would probably put Mission Space up here. I like the orange. Hall of Presidents is cool, but I'd rather do this. Let's do Turtle Talk is okay. It's not as big as TikTok thinks it is. Muppet Vision, I think it's better than Tough to Be a Bug. Stitch's Great Escape. Stitch's Great Escape and Muppet Vision have like the same kind of vibe, you know. Let's do Hall of Presidents here. Yeah, okay, that kind of sounds good. Cali River Rapids is kind of F, but whatever. It's not Cali River Rapids not as bad as Frozen Ever After. Frozen Ever After is bottom, and I don't. Wait, okay. Yeah. This is right. But holy cow, this ride is terrible too. Do that. Yeah, that seems about right. This is cool how you just like walk through it. You can maybe find an animal or two. But I remember seeing a sign of like now you're entering like the domain of the tiger, and then we didn't see a tiger. I'm like, okay, that's kind of stupid. I get it, it's animals, and you can't really control what they do, but still. And then Never Ridden. Never Ridden, Alien Swirling Saucers, but I heard it's bad. Astro Orbiter's cool, like to look at, because it exemplifies Tomorrowland. It's like the big mainstay of Well, not really. Space Mountain is, and now Tron is too. We'll keep. Yeah. Gorilla Falls is down here. Discovery Island is gone. Yeah. Bong. And then never did the Tiki Room. Yeah. Let's do that. That seems good. That seems fair. That seems all right. This is what we'll do. These are my favorites. Somewhat objective, somewhat objective, somewhat subjective. I love doing these. I love ranking them. I love doing. This is such like a simple. It's just tier. It's just me making tier lists on this stuff. But I hope you guys enjoy it honestly, because I think I have fun with it. It's fun just doing it, having fun, uploading it to my YouTube channel. It's not bad. It's very easy video to do. It's not bad. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, having fun. Let's go back to my list. Yeah, this makes the most sense. You have you have my email, Kingston Minion. That's funny. But yeah, interesting. I think this list is probably the best I'm gonna get. I think they're missing out on a couple rides and attractions and a couple shows like Indiana Jones and um, like the Frozen show or whatever. But I think this is the best thing here. I appreciate you guys coming out, listening, watching, having fun, going crazy with me, ranking these Disney rides and attractions. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, follow. Go to the Patreon. Follow me on Spotify. We have a lot of things going on. Well, Spotify podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later.